Hi, Dua. How are you? Nice to
I'm
meet
good.
you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for taking the time to do this.
no, thank you to taking time. It's funny because I'm at home right now, so maybe my son comes or maybe my wife. What are you doing? Just chatting with Dua Lipa, like usual.
Oh, sweet. Very nice.
And it's funny, but because you look so normal right
Yeah,
now.
I'm also just backstage. I'm chilling too. I'm practically in my own house as well.
Well, I'm Andy. I'm calling from Argentina. And with a show called Perros de la Calle, like street dogs or something like that. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Well, to start the conversation, let's start with your childhood, if you want. I want to
Okay.
know when you were a kid posting videos on YouTube and dreaming of singing. How did you imagine that this present will be like it's being like this, like successful in a stadium, or you imagine something else? Like, are you enjoying? Yes, I dream it, and this is where I want it to be. How was it?
Gosh. I always envisioned myself being up on stage and performing. That's always been when I thought about it, when I was dreaming about it, when I was thinking about it as a kid, it was always like, what would it feel like if I got to sing these songs on stage? And so performing on stage every night is one of my favorite things to do. And every time when I write songs, I think about what they're going to look like and sound like on stage.
Okay.
It's all about like that connection, that spectacle, that excitement, that back and forth. I think it's like I spend my time in the studio to write the songs so then I can go out there and perform them. And I think that's always been something I think even in my brain when I've thought about my music, I've thought about it being performed live. And so
Uh,
that's always been a really big part of it. So I guess I guess it's gone way past my wildest dreams, but it's exactly how I had envisioned it, just more now.
but what's the difference performing for your parents, your family, and an aunt, or 60,000 people? It's so different, or it's not so different?
It's quite different, yeah. Yeah, it's quite different. I think when I was a little kid, it was just, getting up and performing in front of my parents when they were like having dinner, and I was like, right, I'm going to put on a show. That was always my like
Mhm.
annoying thing that I would do when my parents had anyone over. Um, Whereas I guess this one obviously is much more purposeful and has much more meaning, and everything is much more thought through. And, the songs that I'm performing have soundtracked my whole life, that they take me on my own life's journey. Um, but that's not to say that I'm not the same person that's performing in the living room with my parents and then that's performing in front of 50,000 people or whatever.
And I think that your parents may always say that do whatever you do, it's great, it's lovely, of course, because of the love of it. But now that you're a professional performer, singer, and so successful, who tell you the truth? I mean, you know that some days that you know that something is not so good as you think, but you have some friend or someone who say, yes,
Yeah.
this is so good.
Yeah, for me, I don't like having yes people around. Um, I think
Yes,
for me,
people, I like the concept. Yes,
yeah,
people around.
I don't like yes people. I think for me that's always really difficult, especially if I know that something wasn't good and then someone goes, "No, it was great." That's and I'm like, like I'm not so sure about that. Like I really, I value honesty, I think more than anything, and I know that when people are honest with me, then I can be better, if it's not the best at the best in the way that and but I'm also a perfectionist, so sometimes it's really good for me to, I can be very, very critical of something and then I go to the ones that I trust and that's my team, that's my family, that's my fiance, that's, everyone who's close to me. And it's funny because they will notice exactly what I noticed where it went wrong. But then for
Yeah.
me, in my head if something goes wrong, then the whole performance, I'm like thinking about that thing. Whereas they see that mistake and then they see the rest of the performance and they're like, you actually don't realize that the rest of it was amazing because you were kind of in your head. But yes, that thing did happen. And at least like I have people that are completely like on it and in it with me. And I just know that no one's ever going to lie to me because they're, I think those relationships are the ones that I cherish the most. They're just really straight, deadpan, honest. And when it's good, it's good. And when it's not good, it's not good. And I don't think anyone's scared to tell me that.
I of course, I know you, your public part as everyone who follows you on Instagram, that we are a lot. And when I see you, yeah, you're on vacation with friends, having a good time, and you look like you have your like your friends. I mean, maybe your friends from your childhood, no.
Mm.
So now that I listen to you, that you said yes, people are around, might be difficult because the success might bring a lot of yes people. No, no, yeah, 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 you're great, and I like that you maintain your own family and friends for a long
Yeah,
time.
for me it's incredibly important, my friends, my relationships, they've all been, very, very long standing, in my life. And I think my friends and the people around me, they don't look at me as Dua who gets up on stage. That's fine and that's great and we can all celebrate all those exciting moments, but I'm just Dua and that's it and that's who I am at home. And, my job doesn't define my friendships. And I think that is the greatest gift of all, when I can look around a room and, be like, none of these people are here because of what I do. And that's a
Okay,
beautiful thing.
they will be, they would be there too if you're not
They'd be
successful.
here if I wasn't doing this at all.
Yeah. Well, as you know, we are from. I have an Argentinian question for you, Dua.
Okay.
Um, your your Argentine fans are some of the more intense in the world. You know that.
Yeah.
They are in the camp of the Polo to see you, and they are
Okay.
so exciting and intense, and I like that. And it seems like you really enjoy our public, that you like to be here. But I know that you will tell every country the same. But I think that especially we are
No,
liking.
it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. No, it's true. I love Argentina very, very much. And I love the passion of the fans. I love the city. I love the food. I always have a really good time. And yeah, I don't know. I really, really enjoy it.
And
So
you're coming back
exactly. In a big way.
in a big way. Tell me about the show if you can a little bit.
Yeah, I'm really excited to bring the Radical Optimism tour to Argentina. It's just, it's a show that has given me so much. I feel like I've really just even over this past like year, I feel like it's showcased so many different aspects of the things that I love the most about what I do. And that's the big performance, that's the band moments, that's kind of diving deep into, music history and making something that feels very tailor-made and authentic to each city that I'm in, to do something like a little surprise and a little something in every city. And I've just loved all those moments. I've loved the feeling of, I don't know, this show has just made me feel so alive, especially in moments where, we do a different song every night and we only have so much time to rehearse these songs. So when we get up on stage in front of everyone, we all turn around, me and my band, we look at each other and we're like, right, let's hope this goes well. And we
The
hope
shot.
everybody loves the song that we've chosen. And, um, but it's a really beautiful moment. It's a really like connective moment between me and my band and the audience. And it's just so beautiful. Like there's just this unifying moment. And I think for me, what's really important, for a show as a whole and what I've tried to do throughout all my shows, especially as the rooms got bigger, is how do I make really big spaces feel really small and intimate, and how do I bring people
Wow.
together? And so that is really my biggest goal when I'm thinking about a show, and I feel like this one is something that I'm very, very proud of.
Well, we are very anxious to see you here, and
Thank you.
thank you very much for this conversation.
Sending so much love to Perros de la Calle. Mua. Un gran
Chao,
besito.
Tua. Gracias.
Adiós.
Chao.